But I'll come to you on that. In fact, let's bring in Unmesh Sharma, Head of Institutional Equities at HDFC Securities, joining us. Unmesh, great having you here. First off, Unmesh, I know this is more of an IT-centric discussion. Talk to us about what this Anthropic development means from an Indian IT standpoint, in your opinion. Generally, do you believe that it's going to be life-changing for them, likely?
So, look, I think we were also in the US marketing about October, November last year, and what we noticed is that consistently everyone seems to be concerned about what is the impact for AI on the Indian IT sector, and hence given the weight in the index, what happens to the markets. One is the perception very clearly is that we are not at the cutting edge of the AI, but at the same point in time, there seems to be growing view that Indian IT companies will, of course, handhold all the global majors to be implementing the AI kind of rollout. Now, as far as this specific concern about agentic AI is concerned, honestly, while yes, the announcement came last night, but at the same point in time, is there any lack of expectation that a lot of mundane jobs are going to be replaced by AI? Well, I thought that was the point of AI, right? So I think what is happening is that while there is a knee-jerk reaction to these stocks, at the same point in time, would we really go short on them incrementally from here? The answer is no. We have a neutral position on Indian IT companies in our model portfolio, and we continue to hold that. We continue to believe that while India is not at the cutting edge of AI innovation, at the same point in time, as far as implementation of AI solutions across corporates is concerned, the Indian companies will continue to play a fairly large role on that.
Right. Okay. So, Unmesh, other than that, just wanted to understand how is it that you would approach IT right now? While the correction, of course, is quite massive, it's just about begun. Does it seem like the pain could persist for some more days?
So on all things related to AI and for that matter globally and specifically for India as well, we believe that while we had a spate of good news, at the same point in time, we expect that the entire market will remain volatile. AI related news flow will continue to keep it like this in the IT sector as well. But given valuations, if you are a holder and an equal weight kind of position in the index, we would just motor through this kind of period in the Indian IT space. If you are underweight, every time there is a dip, we believe that you should bring it up to equal weight. But also one more thing that, while the markets are heaving a sigh of relief as to what has happened on the tariff front, we do realize that we continue to remain an extremely uncertain world in a market where valuations continue to remain more than a standard deviation above mean. So you put that into context, we believe that while the worst of the volatility may be over, at the same point in time, this is not a normalized. And with that, given reasonable valuations, IT remains our equal weight position.
Mish, yes, IT is one of those areas or sectors of concern today, but everything else has run up substantially over the last couple of days, given the India-US trade agreement of sorts, or at least the fact that there is a trade deal in place. How important are the contours of that deal? And have markets run up too early, too quickly, in your opinion?
So two things. One is what is the real impact? Needless to say, the stock market 101 is that there has to be an impact on earnings as well as on the multiples. Now, as far as earnings is concerned, we all know that the India trade deal with the US on a Nifty at an aggregate level is not a significant mover. It was not on the way down and it is not on the way up as well. Having said that, what happens is that this leads to significant relief on two fronts. One is that the currency will probably not depreciate as strongly as it was doing before, because finally that trade is an important player in that. So speculators to that extent will not be impacted. So from a foreign perspective, the market returns, hurdle rates kind of go down. And secondly, for anyone who was genuinely concerned about India being in a geopolitically weak spot, I think that perception at least has got a little bit sorted. So long-term India remaining in the good books of the world majors with the signing of the EU trade deal and then hopefully and the Britain, and then on top of that is this. So from that perspective, in the last 2 days has been, you could say, a collective sigh, breath of relief sigh of relief that has gone through the market. And I think that is what's happening. I think what is happening is that in the next day or two, as we start to you go back to looking at what has happened in the result season, what's happening on earnings, I think we will come back, to reality of where results are going to be delivered, and we believe that people will forget, move on, and just to this new reality where earnings delivery is still, as compared to valuations, is still not up to the mark.
Right, okay. Unmesh, stay with us. LIC says that its follow-on public offer remains under continuous review with timing and size which is yet to be decided based on market conditions. LIC is also